Oh, hello. Welcome to episode 8 of the Mustache Ride podcast. Hell yes. I'm Sherman Cool. You can catch me at twitch.tv/ShermanCool. And this is my amazing co-host, the Dirty Tooth. And this is what he sounds like when he barks like a dog.
And you can catch me at twitch.tv/the Dirty Tooth with 3 Ys.
Nice.
Was that a good bark?
That was
like average bark, like for somebody that's never barked before. Like it seemed okay.
It wasn't a guard dog bark. Like if I was breaking into your house, I wouldn't run away from that.
You would still break in. That's fair.
Probably still break in.
All right, I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna work on that. It was okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna work on that. I'll work on it. Well, it wasn't. I didn't go woof woof.
That's respect. You didn't say bark bark. I appreciate that. You put a little effort into it. So thank you.
I mean, it sounded like a 15-year-old like crotchety old dog, but like it was okay.
I only realized after I said it that I literally asked you to bark like a dog for me, and I'm sorry. Before the show, I didn't prep Tooth for this, but I did ask him what his favorite animal was. So this was I had a plan to do this, but
it's not the first time I've been asked to bark like a dog though. But we're not going to talk about that tonight, though.
Yeah, we don't talk about Tooth's kinks in this show. Anyway, tonight is episode 8 of the Mustache Ride podcast. We record this show twice a month, every other Saturday, at twitch.tv/Mustache Ride Pod. We'd love it if you could join us, like so many people have already. Zubat5, Saf's Gaming World, and we got so many other people that are going to be coming in tonight. But so far, just a few people, but excited to get into the topics we have tonight. We have a really fun show in store for you guys tonight. We're going to be talking about what games we've been playing, what we've been doing on our streams. We got some Starfield news that came out. I don't know if you guys are excited like I am for Starfield, but yeah, exactly. We'll get into it. We're going to be talking about some Avatar: The Last Airbender fan games, video games in the works, and then that Hogwarts Legacy trailer. Yeah, 15-minute long like reveal trailer that we got. We have a lot to talk about there. Really excited for that. And then some game releases that we're excited for as well. But first, it's your guys' favorite segment that we like to start the stream off with. Tooth, why don't you get us into a little segment we like to call Do They Rock It or Do We Knock It?
There it is. The crash messed me up. All right.
Oh,
we're in.
Yeah. Well, we got a good one for you guys tonight. We got some specially made mustaches on video game characters for you, and we're excited to get into it. So this is a segment where in chat, if you're live, you write "rocks it" or "knocks it" when judging these video game characters with their stashes. Of course, if you're watching this on the YouTube video later on the Mustache Ride YouTube channel, just leave a comment. Just let us know who rocks it, who knocks it. Let us know. We want to know your opinion as well. And so, yeah, we have 3 for you tonight.
I will say we're getting pretty good, and it's scary because they're all starting to rock it, unfortunately.
I'm learning a lot. Now, this isn't a surprise. This is all Photoshop. It's not real. However, if there's any game developers watching, consider putting more mustaches on your game characters. But I am learning a lot in regards to Photoshop, doing these, preparing for the show. Tooth and I will be in a Discord call working on our own little mustache on a video game character. And I'll be like, Tooth, how do I do this? And he's like a Photoshop god. So,
well, I don't know. But we have the first one.
Okay. Number 1. Let's see who we got.
Oh. I think it looks good. I mean, like,
so, number 1, we got Lara Croft from Tomb Raider. However, this is the movie version. This is the Angelina Jolie version because we looked up Lara Croft. There's like 5 or 6 different Lara Croft like models, and I feel like this is like the most recognizable one. And I think she rocks this mustache. That's just my opinion. I might be biased because I made it, but
I think
I
she
think
rocks
she
it as
kind of rocks,
well.
especially knowing she's kind of British, and that like handlebar curl up kind of mustache. I feel like gives me Britishy vibes, but also like gunslinger, you know,
Like Western vibes. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Western vibes. Yeah,
I can see that. I can see
but it
it.
still works in this context. But if you guys are in chat right now, look at your screen. Let us know in chat if Laura Croft rocks it, or if we should knock it. If we should say, "Hey, Laura Croft, get out of here with your mustache."
And you're not gonna hurt our feelings. Like we know they don't all rock it, and we're always biased. We're always biased
I
towards it.
I worked really hard on this, and if you say that you knock it, I will never make another Photoshop for this segment again.
You better say rocks it then.
No, I actually I will totally understand. I will totally understand.
Oh, it looks like we got 2 knockits.
Ooh,
3 knockits.
ooh!
Oh,
I worked hard on
The
this.
Zubat coming in. Oh my gosh. Well,
Okay, okay,
I
okay.
got
Laura
well,
Croft,
sorry
get
about
the
it.
get the razor out, sharpen up that razor, and get rid of that thing. The people have
Mustache is
spoken.
gone. There's no mustache for Laura Croft anymore.
No, thank you. Nope, we've decided. It's not up to you, Laura. Number 2. What do we got, Tooth?
Minecraft
Steve!
Steve.
Minecraft Steve! Give it up!
Steve. That
Yeah!
we legitimately thought this was a really good one. Like we
I will not accept a knock it. This isn't up to you guys anymore. Look at that gosh darn thing.
we've talked to Mojang and like we've talked to Microsoft, and I think this is a real thing. Like it's gonna happen. Like all their
Woo!
promotional materials for Minecraft are all gonna be Steve with a mustache from here on out, I think.
Tooth, I just gotta say, impeccable work. I mean, I can't imagine a better mustache on Minecraft Steve. I
It's
that's it.
perfect. I
Perhaps a Fu Manchu, like that comes down
oh
in a more thin kind of,
yeah.
but like
Okay.
this looks better than that would in my head. So like
I mean, there's
we
always a
we nailed
chance
it.
for Steve to pop back up or other Minecraft people. You know, there's tons of
True.
Minecraft people, and maybe they could make an
Minecraft
appearance.
Jane. I don't know.
Yeah,
Is that a thing? I don't
I,
know.
probably. I'm assuming.
There should be a female like equivalent to Steve, if I had
Yeah,
my way.
there is female characters, but I can't remember what their name are in what their names are in Minecraft. I think we got three
Well, we
rocks
know
it.
Steve. I think we only know Steve because he's in Smash.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't know his name if it weren't for Smash. I don't
true,
think.
true.
I mean, maybe.
I don't know when you see it. Like I know people talk about Steve all the time. Like there's like the Minecraft Steve.
Yeah, I don't know. Part of it makes me wish like there's Doom Guy.
Do
Okay.
yeah.
Minecraft has a named main character, and Doom, this years old franchise, we've got Doom Guy. He doesn't have a name. I mean, there's theories and rumors out there that it's BJ Blazkowicz from the Wolfenstein series, but Doom Guy, that's all we get. I don't know. I'm a big Doom fan, so that's
Yeah.
it just sprang to my mind.
I've
But
never played any of the Doom games, but they're on Game Pass, so maybe I should.
you should play the OG original Doom. I streamed it like a year ago. I don't know, probably more than a year ago. And I streamed the whole thing. You can get it on Xbox, play with a controller. It feels really good. And it's actually a lot more fun. I think it holds up better than one might think it does.
I'll try it out. It was more than a
Yeah.
year ago. It's been more than 14 months
I mean, honestly,
because I haven't seen it.
even if it's a game that you just play a couple levels and never go back to. Like I
Yeah.
think it's a good experience playing Doom. But anyway, we're getting this is a
Number
tangent
3.
banger though, I must say.
It was. He rocked it.
Yeah,
That was the
absolutely.
case. So that was really cool.
All right, number 3. Here we go.
Sergeant
Sergeant
Johnson.
Johnson. Yes, many of you guys may recognize this fellow from the Halo series. Most of the Halo series. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
most of it.
this was also this and Laura Croft were both submissions to mustache ride pod at gmail.com. Actually, these two were from Rep Zombie, I think, right? Tooth.
Yes.
Yeah, Rep Zombie emailed into mustacheridepod@gmail.com, just like you can, and gave us some suggestions for some mustaches to create. So here we got Sergeant Johnson. I think in some of the games he might have some shadow, right? Tooth.
Yeah.
He's got like
He's,
some
he's
stubble,
he's got a little bit of a mustache in some of them, so
but
but this
nothing
one
like this.
yeah, this is different. This is a different kind of
It is.
mustache.
Woo! So we're gonna need your input in chat, you guys. Does he rock it or do we knock it? I could see it going either way. I could also see him up on stage with a guitar going nuts because this is just hardcore. This mustache is insane. Um, wow, that's really
Seems
something.
Yeah, it seems good. I'm into it.
We got Saf rocks it. Booker Lane rock it. Okay, okay. Seems
I'm
like
not
seems like
I'm not gonna call it unanimous, but I'm gonna say, oh
I like
God.
it.
Oh no.
I'm
There's
not.
some contention.
Ooh,
We got two.
you guys better decide. Ooh, Ice
Oh
Wing
no.
knocks it. Oh,
Okay. Well,
okay. Well, Tooth, you and I need to have a serious discussion then. If we're gonna have to end up being the tiebreakers, what do you think? Think about it. Dig deep. Give me something good. Does he rock it or do we knock it?
s- so if I had to say, if he was rocking a different kind of mustache, I think he would
Ooh,
rock it.
yeah. Ice Wing
I
and
think I would have to
full
knock this
agree.
one. Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I would have to knock it, I think.
I think that's the thing. Like initially, upon viewing this mustache, it's like, whoa, bam, in your face. Like
Yeah.
that's hell yeah. But then you look a little closer. He could trim it a little better. I understand it's war times. Like there's not a lot of time to shave. Um, well, but I think he could use a little bit better of a trim. I think in this case, I gotta knock it as well. Icewing Drake in chat says if it was a
Yep.
bit shorter, then it would be a rocket. But
It's a good point. It's a good point, and I think ultimately, sorry, Sarge. I think you're gonna have to
sorry,
listen to
Sarge.
us on this one.
As a
Knocks it.
military man, get that hair off your face.
True.
You never know; it's gonna get caught in some barbed wire, and you're gonna be screwed. So let's just cut it,
The good old
cut it,
barbed wire scenario.
cut it off, cut
Get,
it off, cut it.
ugh.
So that was Rocket or Knock It, our icebreaker segment at the beginning of the stream. If you would like to contribute to Rocket or Knock It, send in your submission to mustacheridepod@gmail.com. We will feature it. If you want to put together a mustache on a video game character that you like, we will feature it on the show if we deem it worthy. We don't get a lot of submissions, so more likely than not, we will be featuring it. If you don't want to put it together, just give us your suggestion. We'll put it together ourselves. It's a lot of fun actually to do. So definitely hit up our email address. Let us know. And then also, that's the same email address you can contact us with if you have other questions or topics you'd like to hear us discuss on the podcast. So let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know. Cool. Hey, get out of here. Get out of here. Sorry, my
I wonder
dog.
what was happening. I was like, it sounds like a dog
Yeah,
somewhere,
my dog just
but
walked in. Sorry. Anyway, it gets really hot in this room, so I try to leave the door open, but then I get loud and I get rowdy, and she's like,
yeah.
"Hey, are you okay?" She comes in and checks on me. I don't mind. She
I'll write down Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man, because I forgot about those.
ooh, that'd be interesting. I wonder how a mustache would just naturally come out of Pac-Man.
I feel like it would be like one of the colors of the ghosts, but
Okay.
I'm not sure about it though. I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like, we'll see.
Minecraft Creeper.
Hey, like we said, hit us up at mustacheridepod@gmail.com. Let us know. But for now, we're actually going to move into what we've been playing. Tooth,
Yeah.
as always, I'm going to let you start off this segment. Your streams have been doing great lately. It's really
Thank
fun to
you.
watch. And
Thanks. I
so, and I
appreciate
know,
it.
I know you've run into some turbulence lately with your streams a little bit here and there. I don't know if that's
Yeah.
something you want to talk about, but Just what's been going on with you lately in the world of Twitch, in the world of games? Let me know.
Yeah. So, the biggest thing on the list here is that I finished Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
It was pretty crazy. Thankfully, there were very few spoilers. There was a spoiler like that she, well, sp- turn it off right now if you don't want to hear this spoiler that I'm about to give, but I'm gonna give it because that's turn it off. Just mute it
Okay,
for a second.
wait. Okay, all right,
Okay.
go ahead. Just in case.
Uh,
I
the,
hate it so much in podcasts when people are like, "Oh, spoiler alert, but he's dead the whole time in Sixth Sense." It's like, "Well, give me a freaking second, dude.
yeah.
Damn, Bruce Willis." So, yeah, anyway,
So
please.
Sheik turns into Princess Zelda. I didn't know that. But somebody did come into the chat and was like, "Oh, it's Zelda." And I was like, "No." But then everybody in the chat was like, "You're banned, you're banned, you're banned, you're banned, you're banned."
Exclamation
So
point,
yeah.
band
So they
hammer.
shamed him into doing it into what he said. So they did not give another spoiler the whole time, which was pretty cool. No one
Good.
another spoiler that at the end of the game there's two Ganon fights. That was like something that I did not know about
Oh,
also,
yeah.
but I didn't know that one, and that one was crazy. I was like, yes, like I beat Ganon. We're running down the steps with Zelda. She's slow, the slowest human on the planet. Well, Hylian on the planet. Knows magic, but can't run. So slow. But I made it down there. I beat Ganon. It was amazing. I did some. There was a total plunder, but like at the end, like I missed the Master Sword on one of them, and I had to redo it. And there's a
Oh,
bunch of stuff, but it was so fun. It was an amazing game. I didn't 100% it or anything, so I'll have to go back and play it to do some more fun things in there. But
yeah.
it was really great.
You got the
So
idea, right?
yeah, I
Like
got the
you
idea.
got the full experience. I
Yeah,
mean, no kid growing up with Ocarina of Time 100% it
yeah.
at
So
that time. You know, they
yeah,
always go
so
back later. At least as far as I know, but
yeah, so I'm
nice.
excited for it.
Congrats.
It was such a fun game. It was a blast. But what that means is that I'm in at the end of a story game.
Mm.
That was sad. But we ended up playing some Minecraft the other night on a Thursday, which was something we haven't been playing for a while. As like a pause in between the next story game, which is It Takes Two,
Ooh.
which is going to be fun. So I have a channel point request in my channel that you can request my next story game.
Oh
Um,
yeah, that's a lot of channel points too. How much did
it
you set it
is.
at?
I think it's 10,000 channel
Okay,
points,
not
so it's
crazy.
not too crazy. But Saf from Saf's Gaming World requested it, and she requested It Takes Two, and so I
Nice.
will. Oh, it's 25K. Oh, I got
Woo!
okay.
Woo!
I might have increased it. Yeah.
So spicy meatball.
But 25,000 channel points, and you get to request my next story game. Saf from Saf's Gaming World requested It Takes Two, and I will be playing co-op with Saf from Saf's
Wow,
Gaming World in it, which is
that
super duper amazing.
great choice. Really,
S-
really great choice.
It wasn't too far after that. Somebody else requested another one, and that one was, I believe, Last of Us,
Ooh.
which
Have you
is
played it?
I've not because it's PlayStation
Oh,
exclusive.
yeah, you
Uh,
don't have a PS5.
So
Do you have a
Dan,
PS4?
I don't, but Danny DeVitos is gonna bring me a PS4, and
Yo, shout out Danny DeVitos.
I'm gonna hook it up,
Clutch.
and I'm gonna be playing Last of Us,
Wow.
on stream, from that request. So not only did he have to wait to get 25,000 channel points, but he also has to give me a PlayStation to play it. So that's a
Wow, what
crazy
a
one.
legend.
I know,
Absolute
right?
legend.
That's gonna be a good one. I know coming up somebody has also mentioned a complete Minesweeper stream. I don't know how big of a story game
Okay.
it is, but that should be an interesting.
Can you do that for like
I
is
don't
that gonna be a whole stream?
I don't know. Like it'll be really funny. I'll have to think about what that's gonna look like.
Okay, tell
But
me,
it should be pretty funny.
have you played Minesweeper? Like have you ever won Minesweeper?
I have one Minesweeper, but I haven't played it in a long time.
Okay, I understand it's just a quick Google search away to find the strategy. To
Yeah.
this day, I never have Googled it. I've never figured
Oh,
it
you
out.
gotta be.
I don't know how to win in Minesweeper. I always just I think I like avoid the corners or something. I forget, but
Yeah,
it's a mystery to me still. So I would be interested, and I'm
it's
sure
it's
many
an
people that
interesting
are
game.
young and have never seen Minesweeper in their life would be interested. It's like streaming 3D Space Cadet Pinball or whatever it's called. You know what
Yeah,
I mean on
yeah,
Windows.
yeah. That would
Um,
actually be really hilarious. So I've been thinking
that's
about that one. So
actually a great idea.
that's fun. And then the community nights, as always, have been really fun. Tonight we tried a couple new games that we've never played before. One of those games was Gartic, which is like a guessing game where there's like a bunch of chat, like there's a bunch of pictures that random people are drawing, not in your chat, that come up, and you try to guess what those are. The harder the drawings, these are all pre-approved drawings. In this one,
Oh, good.
it's
Yeah.
called Gartic. And so there's a couple different games. The next one we tried was Gartic Phone. And just for all you streamers out there, I had to cut it off tonight. There was somebody that came in that just did like I don't they were being just totally inappropriate, a lot of racism stuff like that. So just note out there, if you're gonna play Gartic Phone, just know who's in there, know who's playing. But we
Yeah.
did play another one. It was a guessing game made by the same people, but it's like flip cards, and you have to match them in stream. And one of
Like
them,
memory, right?
yeah, and one of them was a really funny one. It was the flags, like flags of different countries. It was so
Oh,
impossible.
yeah.
It crushed us every time. It was so hard, but it was a lot of fun. And the community nights have been awesome. We do them every Saturday.
What's
Uh,
that one called?
yeah.
What's that one
It
called?
it was called Stream Matches.
Stream matches. Okay, so yeah,
Yeah.
this one I was actually I was lurking the whole time. I tried to match a couple. I didn't understand how it worked right away, and then I figured it out, and then I was like, okay, yeah, this is too hard. I
Or
give up.
stream pairs, that's what it's called.
Stream pairs,
Stream pairs.
Pairs. Yeah, so
Yes.
this game, it's like it shows a board basically of memory, like the card game, the flipping match two. And it like cycles through, it'll flip over one or two at a time. And basically, you see one, and then a couple cycles down, you see a matching one. And each of them are numbered, and you put those two numbers in chat next to each other. And then yep, if that's a match, it'll say, hey, sure man, cool, match these two. It's harder than it looks, but it's like such a simple concept, and it's a lot
Yeah.
of fun for you in chat. Like I think that was a good idea.
Yeah, I like the game. So Icewing Drake is somebody that he's the one that told me about that game, and it was a ton of fun. We'll be playing it again. It was fun but hard, and but I think it's fun. I like to open up the night with just a game that anybody could play without having to download something.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that brings in some new community members and things like that, and so that's a lot of fun. And then the
Oh yeah.
past two streams have been sponsored by HelloFresh, which is pretty cool.
That is cool.
And so that's fun.
Any success with that lately or at
I
so
haven't.
far?
I didn't check tonight, but I know that I got one person that subbed to it. So that's
Nice.
pretty cool. And so I posted on Facebook too to
Nice.
all my family and friends because I was like, hey, it doesn't matter that if it's on stream or not. Like,
Oh.
what does that
And
matter?
that's the thing when you're like I understand how people might think like having a sponsor can be like selling out or whatever. I only see it I only see it as selling out like that when it's not a good product or like
Yeah,
when it's some crappy mobile game that you haven't even played. You're just
yeah,
reading off a script, the ad, you know?
yeah,
So like HelloFresh I think is a decent like product and worthy of shilling out for to try to get people to click on the link and get it. So that's a good choice.
yeah.
Nice.
I think so. I've had a couple of them pop up. It's always like the Raid Shadow Legends, and not downplaying Raid Shadow Legends. Whenever somebody asks me, I download it and I play it, and
Yeah.
then I quickly delete it because I know I'm gonna get addicted to it because it is like a crazy like easy game
That's what it's made for.
to play, and it's made
Yeah.
for addicting you. But
Yeah.
I don't want to push it on anybody as an addicting game myself. But I've tried HelloFresh and it's awesome. So yeah, that's
Nice.
been pretty fun. That's been cool. But yeah, the community nights have been great. Like there's new Mario Kart maps, and we played those tonight. So that's amazing.
Yeah, I've played a couple. It's really cool to go back to a few of those. But there's a surprising amount of Mario Kart maps that I haven't even played that
Yeah.
I was more well versed on all the maps, but no, there's some out there ones that are cool, and there's still
Yeah.
like what 30 to come.
Yeah.
Holy
It's
heck!
it's great. There's like was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? I think there's 6 more cups, which means
Yeah,
there's like
8.
5 maps in each cup, right?
So
Something
there's
like that.
8 total right now.
Okay,
So that's
yeah.
2 cups, so 4 each, so like 20 more
20
maps,
more.
right?
Gotcha.
Yeah. Um, I thought there were more. I thought there were like 48 total. I don't know. I don't know
Yeah.
how many
There,
there are in
there's
each cup.
there's a lot of maps,
There's a
but
lot.
there's
There's
a
a lot of
lot of
them.
maps coming out. But yeah, it's
Nice.
been a ton of fun.
Cool.
What about
Keep
you?
keep killing it, dude.
Thanks, man.
Love
I
to hear it.
appreciate it.
So,
What have you been
on
up to?
for me, recently on my streams, I think last time I had talked about, um, I might have mentioned that I was going to be playing some games with my fiance, Zubat 5, and it's just been a ton of fun. We
Yeah.
just recently finished off It Takes Two, so we started that a little while ago and just recently finished it. And then right after that, Zubat 5 and I really liked It Takes Two. We played it once off stream, and then we played it on stream together as well. And it's just a really fun game, really good, nonstop fun. And so Hazelight Studios, the people that made that game, also made the game A Way Out.
Yeah.
That game, it's two dudes that meet in prison and decide to break out of prison and get away. And it was really compelling, really good. And so yeah, two different Hazelight games, but we liked them both the same. And but A Way Out, like in the opening 20 minutes, there's a freaking wiener. Like, get that wiener off my screen. So I didn't do anything. I'm gonna
Yeah.
be honest with you. I didn't like change scenes. I was just like, it's art. I'm gonna let it ride.
You just
It's art.
accepted.
Yeah. But besides that, it was a really good game, really compelling, and it's just such a treat to be able to share the experience of a good game with my fiance live on stream for other people for entertainment. I don't
Yeah.
know, it's like a double whammy of fun, because like we've played games, we play games together as often as we can.
Yeah.
But when we can share that experience with other people and people like to watch, I just it's so much fun. So always looking for more co-op games to play too.
It's been a ton of fun to watch you guys play it. Like, cuz I know that I pull up like the multi-stream and I have both of
Yeah.
you up at the same time. And it's so I like to go in there, and at least when you guys were playing It Takes Two, I'm like, "Hey, dude, shoot him with the thing. Like, knock him off the map." I I think it's so funny. Like, it's a really good time, and it's different. Like, I know that, like, cuz I've played like Valorant when one of you is streaming and the other one's playing, but like
Yeah.
but this is different. Like, you guys playing together, the dynamic is just so much fun, and it's fun to watch. And yeah,
Well, and
it's definitely good content.
the way those games work, Hazelight Studios, their co-op games like A Way Out and It Takes Two, it's like it's set up on your screen like couch co-op. So it's a split screen. We're playing, from separate. We're playing over the internet, and I can see her screen on my screen still. So it's like we're playing
Yeah.
couch co-op, but we're not. And you'd think that would feel really limiting, but it doesn't, because it goes away for cutscenes, it goes away for important parts, just in A Way Out as well. But the fact that I don't have to like ask her what's going on for her, or I don't have to ask her, like, what did you do something like to mess up what we were doing? Like,
Yeah.
I saw what happened, and it's no big deal.
Yeah.
And then she sees what I do that I mess up, and I'm referring to, of course, the boat section. There's a boat section in A Way Out, and it was driving me mad. I swear. And same with Zubat 5. She
Yeah.
was so much more level-headed about it, but I was so pissed.
That's
But
funny.
basically, you're in a rowboat, you're going down these white rapids, and it was a hassle, but we got through it. Thank God.
Yeah. That is so
Thank
funny.
Yeah. But anyway, and then Dying Light 2. I was talking in previous episodes, I was talking about how on Fridays I've been playing Dying Light 2 with at Fatal Tone, twitch.tv/Fatal Tone. Check them out. But He's moving. He's switching, changing dwellings. He's getting rid of his PC for a while. He might still be streaming on Xbox, but his streaming is on hiatus. So that means our Dying Light 2 playthrough is on hiatus. So I wasn't in love with the game anyway, so I'm not itching to go back. But it is a bit of a bummer to start a game that and then you don't hate it, but for other reasons you just stop playing it. It's kind of how I feel with Horizon. Like it's a good game, Horizon Forbidden West. It's a good game. I'm not going to be going back to it though. There's just too many other. There's too much Elden Ring to play. Tooth
Until they put the mustache DLC in, like of course then you'll go back to the game.
like a
Cool.
magnet.
I will say watching Dying Light 2 was kind of like it was a mix of things that I hate about both Back for Blood and games that are centered around like parkour.
Yeah.
It was just like there was a lot of like repetitiveness to it that's just like
Hmm.
that they I don't know, there were a lot of cool stuff to it, but again, it was
Yeah.
like that was all cutscene stuff. And it's not a movie that I'm watching, like it's a video game, and so
Yeah.
it was an interesting game. I don't think I would play it.
I
But
don't
yeah.
blame you.
Yeah.
I mean, the parkour felt better than it looked, I think, because like when
Yeah.
you're watching it, it probably looks pretty slow, and at first it feels a little slow, but it gives you the perfect amount of time to plan your next move and where you're gonna go. But it just felt it's just a little slow. I don't like
Yeah.
I'm underwater almost, but the combat felt good, and there were a few characters that I really liked, but. And definitely some twists and turns in that story. So yeah, but Dying Light 2 on hiatus. We're not going to be playing it for a while. I don't know if we'll go back to it. When I do play with Fatal Tone, though, we're playing Apex Legends, we're playing Valorant. I'm trying to get him back into Halo, but it's not looking good. I don't think Fatal Tone likes Halo, so
No?
I'll keep chipping away. But I don't know if we're gonna get him back into it. I'm surprised. But I don't know.
I wonder why
What
he
can you
doesn't
do?
like it.
Yeah, but I mean, to each their own, honestly. I get it. It's not for everybody, and especially with like it's not the same as it used to be. It's different now, especially with the PC and mouse and keyboard players in the same pool with the console controller players. It's one of the very few first person shooter games that the pros use a controller for the most part,
Yeah.
and that's kind of interesting. But I think overall it changes the dynamic of the online play. Um, it doesn't feel like everybody's on the same playing field like it
Yeah,
used to be.
yeah.
We all used to use controller, but
Yeah.
yeah. So anyway, I'm
It's
I'm
a
still
little
really loving Halo though.
yeah, I really enjoy it. I don't get as much time to play it as I would like to, but yeah, it's definitely one of those things where it's not the only game out there anymore. And so
Right.
it's something that's totally different for people. It used to be the only game, and so you were playing it and everybody was
Right.
good at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but that's not the case anymore. There's too many other games out there, too many shooters, too many this, too many that.
Battle royales, yeah. Well, but that's what I've been playing. I've just been really enjoying my streams lately, though.
Yeah, they've been great.
But we're gonna get into our next topics, our more newsy topics. However, before we do that, before we get into the next newsy topics, it looks like it might be a little longer of an episode tonight. But you know what?
I think
Who
so.
cares? Because I have a fun little game I'd like to play. A little quiz, if you will. Tooth, I'm gonna have to ask you, close Twitch chat, please.
Close Twitch chat. Okay.
Or just don't look. Promise me you won't look.
Okay.
Something.
I'm gonna put something in front of it.
There you go. Yeah, I
Okay.
see. I can see that screen too, so I can know
Okay.
if it's if you can
Don't
see
look at
it.
that. Don't look at that screen. Okay. Okay. It's down. It's down.
So, tonight I put together a little quiz, a little game. I just had an idea, and so I ran with it. And so tonight, chat, please participate in this as well because I made it to be a little difficult for Tooth, but I think chat, you guys might have a better grasp on uh, this segment. So this is a little quiz I like to call Pokemon or Zelda enemy. So a lot of us have played Pokemon, a lot of us have played Zelda. There are a lot of obscure Pokemon, and there are names to every single one of the Zelda enemies. I'm sure you don't know them all. I'm sure you don't know them all.
I only played the original Pokemon games outside of Arceus, and I'm not even close to being at the end of it.
Mhm,
And you know that Ocarina of Time was my second ever Zelda game. So
mhm.
yeah, I would venture to guess that it's unlikely that I know all of them.
However, this isn't completely unfair, right? Because you're familiar with the vernacular. You're
Yes.
familiar with like what a Pokemon name sounds like, what a Zelda enemy name might sound like. And so stick with me because I think you'll get a couple at least.
Okay. Yeah.
But
I think I can get a few.
I made it as hard as I possibly could with how well known Pokemon and Zelda are. So
Yeah.
again, this is called Pokemon or Zelda Enemy. I have 10 options here. Option number one, Tooth. Is this a Pokemon or a Zelda enemy? Octorok.
Octorok. That is a Zelda enemy.
Very good. That was the
Thank you.
easiest one.
Thank you. Oh no.
I figured I'd start with a softball
Start with the
pitch, nice
easy
and
ones.
underhand to you.
I remember those from Breath of the Wild and Ocarina of Time actually. So,
Okay, I think they're
yeah.
in all of them. I'm pretty sure. Also, I'll have you know, I avoided any Zelda enemies from Link's Awakening because there's a lot of like Mario enemies and Goombas and Chain Chomps, not Zelda. So just so you know, no curveballs there. Number two, Hiploop.
Hiploop.
Yes.
Hiploop. I'm going to go Pokemon on this one.
Eh-eh.
No?
That's a Zelda enemy.
Hiploop?
Feel free. This is the only info I have is the name and what game it's associated with. So feel free to Google it, pull it up on the on the show.
Oh
Hiploop
my
is a
god.
Zelda enemy.
From Majora's Mask.
Oh yeah, you haven't gotten there yet.
I
That's a bit
haven't gotten there
unfair.
yet. All right, so this is going to be uh
Hiploop.
this is from Zeldapedia, but
Oh okay.
oh god, it messed up. Her. So there it is. That's a Hiploop.
Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah. That's a Hiploop. That could easily be a Pokemon though. Let's
Yeah,
be real.
it sounds a lot like a Pokemon name. I'm not gonna lie. Okay.
Ask me what Hiploop's Pokemon cry sounds like.
What what let's hear it.
No, you got to ask me. Ask
I
me. Go
got
ahead.
okay, what does Hiploop's Pokemon cry sound like? That,
Hey, tell me that's
what
not spot on.
that's a pretty good Pokemon cry. I can't wait to chop that into a TikTok later on. But I'm not gonna put any context. I'm just gonna loop that part right there.
Number three, Sawsbuck.
Saucebuck?
Mhm.
I'm gonna go
Is this a
Pokemon on that one.
Pokemon or Zelda
I'm
enemy?
gonna go
Pokemon?
yeah, I'm gonna go Pokemon.
Ding, ding, ding.
Let's go.
You got it right. That is a
I knew
Pokemon.
it.
Sawsbuck. Sawsbuck. Number
Saucebuck.
four, Beamos. Or
Beamos.
Bemis. Sounds like
Bemis.
sounds like my great grandpa Bemis.
How's it spelled?
Beamos. Bemis.
Hmm. I'm gonna go Zelda on that one.
Ding, ding, ding.
Okay.
Good job.
Okay.
Beamos.
Okay.
Beamos is a Zelda enemy. Okay.
I don't know
Number.
these, just FYI for y'all. I don't
Oh yeah, I made
this is
sure.
just a random guess.
I was checking in with him every time we talked. You didn't do any research, did you? Because I was excited for the segment, so I let him
Yeah.
know. But anyway, number five, cast form.
Pokemon.
Yes, that is a Pokemon.
Yeah, I catch that
Cast
one
form.
all the time in Pokemon Go, so I know that one.
Really?
Yeah.
I had never heard of it when I looked this one up. So I was
Really,
like, "Ooh, I got him on this one."
it's a very I don't know. It's a common one in Pokemon Go, I would say.
Okay. Okay. Number six, I think. Wizrobe.
Wizrobe. I'm gonna go Zelda on that one.
Ding ding, you're good.
Oh, okay.
Not
I'm good
bad.
guessing.
I
Okay.
I saw Wizrobe and I was like, that could easily be the name of a Pokemon.
So
Wizrobe.
so I'm
It's like the
guessing
evolution of a Pokemon.
Wizrobe are the ones that are like in Breath of the Wild. They're the ones that are like ice, fire, lightning.
Yep. And they kind of
Okay.
float around and they
Yeah,
have the
they float
staff and
around.
the pointy cloak.
Yeah, they murder you. Yeah, I got. Yeah.
Yeah. And they drop
Okay.
like a bunch of bananas or no, they drop their staff. That's right, right?
Yeah, you get the lightning staff. Yeah.
And then it just sits there. You never use it because you don't want to like not you don't want to run out of it, so you never use it. But then you don't use it, so why bother having it? Ugh.
I ran away from them the whole game until I got Mipha's Grace, and then I finally
Oh,
fought one.
there you go.
Yeah.
Smart. Okay, I've lost count. Throw.
Throw. Like THROW?
OH.
OH, throw. Hmm, I'm gonna go Zelda.
Eh.
Man.
So that is I forget which gen it's from. I could have at least written that down, right? But it's basically like Gen 5 or 6 or something equivalent of Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee. It's Throw and oh, what's his counterpart? Shoot.
Oh yeah. Oh dang it. Now I know what Pokemon that is.
Throw and Sock. SAWK. Throw and Sock. Martial arts. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Oh, I forgot. I forgot about those ones. Doesn't count.
Thank you, Icewing in chat. Thank you. Yeah, Sock. Okay. But Throw is a Pokemon. Next one. Cursola.
Cursola. I'm gonna go Pokemon.
Ding ding ding.
Okay.
Good job.
Okay.
Cursola. I
Cursola.
was trying to think if I should say Cursola.
Ooh.
Would that have tripped you up a little more?
I think so. I would have thought about it a little longer, but I think I still would have went Pokemon.
All right, number 7 here we have Cursola. Cursola.
I'm trying to think of a way that I could say Pokemon and Zelda incorrectly if you were to do,
I don't know.
but they're too easy words.
You got that one right. It's a
Okay.
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Number 9, Magnite.
Magnite. Pokemon.
Wrong.
No way.
It's a Zelda
Magnite?
Magnite. So the Pokemon you're thinking of is Magnemite.
Oh god.
Yeah, I gotcha.
What is it?
I don't know. Magnite. I have no idea. But I saw it and I was like, oh, easy dub. Because
Oh, it's
Magnemite.
like small. Like you're not. Here, I'll show it on.
I mean, it's a Zelda enemy, though. Tell me that's not as. I mean,
That's how
somewhere.
that's how small it
It was
is.
in the Wikipedia,
It's
okay?
this. It's
Oh, yeah.
these little guys. I'm guessing from like what it says.
Probably the
Legend of Zelda.
OG original Zelda. No?
Oh yeah, I don't know. It says the Oracle of Seasons.
Oh, I think that's one of the Game Boy Advance games.
Is that a? Jeez, what is it? There's a ton of Zelda games that I have no idea.
And like I said at the beginning, all
Uh,
of the Zelda enemies have names. Like
yeah,
they don't tell you the names of all of them, I don't
true,
think. But
true.
anyway, last one of the night, Tektite.
Tektite. Pokemon.
Wrong.
Oh
It's a
my god.
Zelda enemy. Tektite. Tektite is a Zelda enemy. That might also be a Pokemon because holy heck, that sounds like a Pokemon.
That sounds
But
just like a
I don't
Pokemon.
think it is. I don't think it
Oh,
is.
you fight these.
Yeah, they're enemies.
Yeah. You fight them in Ocarina of Time and Twilight Princess.
Yeah.
Oh man. There they are. Tektite.
So that was our segment, Pokemon or Zelda enemy. Harder than you might have thought. I told
Definitely.
you I
It
made
was
it difficult.
it was a lot harder than I anticipated it being. I thought it
That's
was
right.
going to be easier just by the names. Like I thought it was like, yeah, like that. Like oh,
And
uh,
but you did get a couple of them that way.
yes.
You got a
Yes.
couple that were like, obviously this is Zelda or Pokemon, but
Yeah.
that was fun. Yeah.
That was fun.
Thank you, Zubat5, Icewing Drake. Thank you guys for everybody else in chat for participating in our fun little segment there. I don't know, 2 weeks ago I thought about it, I put it together, and I was like, let's do it. And so
Solid.
I might have to put more of those little fun little quizzes together because
I
I
wonder
had
if there's
fun.
some other ones like the just like other games, like if it's like I don't know, something like a Mario would probably be too easy, but I'm thinking like is it a oh man, I don't know, God of War or blah 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 character or
Yeah. I'm sure there's something out there. I
yeah.
hear these little games on podcasts all the time. And so I thought I'd make my own. I don't know. Somebody's probably made that exact game before. So I don't claim to be the uh,
It was
original
it was fun.
creator, but I did make that myself.
Yeah.
I put it together. So, but I want to make more of those. Or if you guys, of course, if you have fun little games like that you've thought up, that you slapped together, go ahead and email them in to mustacheridepod@gmail.com and perhaps we'll use them. Um,
Absolutely.
yeah. But anyway, we got more to talk about tonight. First on the list, Starfield, Tooth. Are you a fan of Bethesda games?
I am a fan of Bethesda games. Like I've played some of them, some of the Fallout games, blah blah blah. But
Yeah.
it's like, but some of their like newish stuff, I don't think like since like New Vegas, like I don't think I've played a Bethesda game.
Okay.
Not one that's like popping out in my mind as a Bethesda game.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, Bethesda. I mean, they made Skyrim. They made Oblivion. They made the Elder Scrolls games. They made all the Fallout games. Like they have a track record. But they also made Fallout 76. You know, they've got some explaining to do. They've really got to kind of redeem themselves. Starfield. There's a lot of hype behind it. The plan is for it to come out 11/11/22. So later this year. And just the other day, they came out. Todd Howard, the head honcho over at Bethesda, put out on their Twitter a little like roundtable discussion of Starfield, and they showed a little bit more concept art and stuff, but we really didn't get a lot. Like we got
No,
uh, we got that there's going to be some factions, just like in every Bethesda game. You're going to join the Thieves Guild and the Magic Guild, and you know. But there's different factions. You can be a good guy. You can be a bad guy. You can be a bad guy who's actually a good guy. Vice versa, apparently. Um, there's companions. So they showed in the little preview. They showed a Wally looking robot that is apparently a companion. So that's cool. Um, and just overall, like it looks like the Outer Worlds, that Obsidian Fallout, like New Vegas like game. Um, so yeah, I don't know. What do you think about what we saw? Oh,
I
nice. Thanks.
yeah, like watching it, like I thought it seems really great. Like if it's anything like the art that's in the game or seems like it's gonna be in the game, like it's gonna be really incredible, I think. Like the game looks really great.
Hmm.
It looks like one when I saw it at E3 the last time that they had announced it. It looked like a game that I would definitely try. Um,
Yeah.
but with that being said, I've not played any Skyrim, Oblivion, uh any of the games that people were like you're not a gamer. It's true,
No.
like I've never played them, like, and it's not that I don't want to play them, it's that they came out at a time that was like you were split, like you played games like that or you played like Halo and Call of Duty, and like
Or
if you
or
if
or you were in school,
yeah, you were
or
in
you were in
school and
school
you
and not
yeah,
playing games. I mean, I
yeah,
know you were in school for a long time
yeah,
and couldn't play games constantly the whole time. Like I'm familiar with all the Call of Duties and all the Fallouts and Oblivion, Skyrims,
yeah,
whatever. But I wasn't grinding in college
yeah.
for a degree. So hey,
I feel
you
like
take your time. I truly believe eventually you'll get to these games, but
yeah, I
all in
plan
good
on
time.
I downloaded Oblivion like because it's on Game Pass or whatever, and Skyrim and all those, and I plan to play them at some point. The the thing is with a lot of them is that I think it just depended on what friend group you were in. Like it was like
Sure.
if you didn't have a friend group that was playing those games, but you had some that were playing Call of Duty and Halo and all of that, then that's what you played because you only had so much time after you came home from school or something like that. And so
Yeah.
it was
Shoot, I remember almost 11 years ago this year. I mean, I guess in November it'll be 11 years ago when Skyrim came out. And I went and sat out line in GameStop, in the line for Skyrim, the midnight release, with me, four or five other buddies. We were all just chilling, huddled up in line, winter, bundled up, waiting for Skyrim. Finally we get it. We go back to my buddy's house up in his loft. We set up three different screens, three different Xbox 360s.
yeah,
Downstairs we got like three other dudes with three more TVs, three more Xboxes, and we're all just up all night playing Skyrim. It was magical back in the day. And
yeah,
especially like there weren't too many open world game innovations that were happening. It was basically before that, it was before Skyrim, I guess it was maybe Fallout 3, it was
yeah,
Oblivion, and otherwise there weren't a ton of really well done, really detailed, in-depth, full open world games like these games were, with libraries, bookshelves full of books that are full of words that the devs
yeah.
put in there. Like so detailed and in depth, and so um I hope Starfield can capture a fraction of that for me. I'm not 16, 17 years old anymore. I forget how old I was. I guess 11 years ago I'm 27, 16 years old.
Yeah.
Sheesh. But I'm not that age. I don't have time like that, but I will be playing Starfield, and um I just I just don't want it to be Fallout but in space.
Fallout space. Yeah. From the artwork, it doesn't seem like it will be, but it's so hard to tell with those games because a lot of times like their trailers for their games are crazy. And then you see the gameplay and you're like, "What?
Yeah, I
What
don't know.
happened?" I feel like
So I've heard
they sink a ton of budget into the preview for the game.
Yeah, all CGI and stuff, and then
Mhm.
and they're not really showing a ton, but I think they're trying to appeal to their hardcore fans.
Yeah.
They're trying to get in the nitty-gritty, give out the details. They throw out a tweet. It's not in the commercials. It's not like the big world news that everybody has to see. It's just a little roundtable discussion about the in-depth little details of the game.
Yeah.
I think around when E3 would be, whenever there's going to be a big game showcase in June or whatever, we're going to get a big blowout of Starfield. We're going to see a bunch of gameplay, and it's going to be really impressive. At least the amount that they show will be impressive. I don't know
Yeah.
what we're going to get, so I don't know if we'll be impressed. But I think the amount that they'll show will be awesome. So, uh if there's no way they're going to miss 11/11/22 tooth.
I
This is
wouldn't I wouldn't think
11
so.
years after Skyrim, there's no 11. 11, and then 11 plus 11 is 22. There's no way they're going to miss it. They
It's
have to.
it seems like one of those games that they've released like they've it's been in the works for a while now. I have a hard time believing that they would have so much hype and release a roundtable and not get to it.
Yeah, yeah.
I am fearing with not seeing gameplay like in March already, like
Just like Breath of the Wild 2, like
yeah,
where is it?
where's the gameplay?
Please give us
Tell us what's
something.
happening. Yeah,
Please.
I think for me like I didn't catch that hype of Skyrim because there was like New Vegas came out in 2010. I played New Vegas with one of my roommates at the time.
Mhm.
Black Ops was also out. And then by the time you got done playing those games and like you were hyped up, Black Ops 2 came out and like me and my roommate were busy like prestiging in like the first 3
Oh yeah.
hours. So it was like there was no shot that I was playing a game like Skyrim where it was like you were playing it for hours. Like
Yeah.
it was all about like the time of like, all right, I got to get the next like cosmetic and camo for my gun. Like
Yeah.
all of that stuff. So yeah, I missed the
Well,
hype. It's kind of sad. Like I feel like I've missed hype for a lot of those games, but I'm glad to go back and play them, especially on stream. Like if I play a game that somebody
yeah.
had like was so invested in, like Ocarina of Time, Breath of the Wild, Skyrim, like it's exciting. Like I catch a wave of nostalgia that I never had before. So that's cool.
Well, and I Tooth, don't let the present be lost on you. You know, like you're living in an era where you are on top of every release. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
If it's not your interest that's going to keep you, you know, on top of everything, it's mine, and
yeah.
we'll be talking about it here. And so we're in a new era, baby, and you're not going to miss a beat moving forward if I have
Absolutely
anything to say about it. But you do have some catch up. So, and I'm
true.
really glad to see that even though you spent a lot of time like playing multiplayer games, Call of Duty, Overwatch, just nonstop, just like
Yeah,
I did, you're still able to kind of go back and enjoy like the wonder of an open world or like just a single player linear game.
yeah.
Like Ocarina of Time is no small feat. So yeah, really
Do you,
cool to see you still getting into that stuff.
this isn't a topic, but this is sort of like what made me feel like I missed out on something, and it's so like it's such a dumb thing. But like I hadn't gotten my PC or anything yet, but I started playing Torchlight, and I don't know if you know that game or not.
On Game Pass, right?
Yeah, it's on
It's
Game
like a
Pass.
it's like a Diablo 3 like
It's a
kind of thing.
Diablo, yeah, it's a Diablo 3 like
That's
game.
right.
And so I played that game and I was thinking back like when I played it because it was I think it was Epic Games like gave it out for free or something. And I was
Oh,
like playing
okay.
Overwatch 2 at the time or not Overwatch 2. That's not a real thing. Not yet. But it's
Yeah.
the beta is coming. You can sign up for the beta. But I was getting the free games from the Epic store and that was one of them, and I played it and I was like, "Oh man, remember that one time that I played Diablo 2 in 2008?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do remember that." I was talking to myself, right? And I was
Yeah.
like, "What other games have I missed?" And so that's when I started thinking about like I should go and play a bunch of story games that I've never played before. And
Yeah.
I'm glad that I've been doing that cuz I definitely missed out on some of them.
Shoot, I think I've got a little over 25,000 channel points in your stream. I might have to pick your
It's
yeah,
time to
I'll
pick
have
a
to add
game.
to the queue. Add to the queue.
Yeah,
I gotta
there's a
culture you.
there's a big queue. I will say that.
I just want to see you play Portal because I know you're gonna love Portal. If you pay attention a little bit to the writing and the story, I just know you're gonna love Portal. It's so good, and it really makes you think. The gameplay is really clever, very
Yeah.
clever.
I saw somebody playing some Portal 2, and
Yeah.
so it looked really cool. So yeah, I'm excited to keep going down this road of playing really amazing story games.
Nice. Well, anyway, that's Starfield. Again, we kind of went on a tangent because there just wasn't much to talk about in the way of Starfield besides how excited we are. And we saw some more concept art. There's going to be factions, there's going to be companions, and there's going to be. I want to see multiple planets to visit. One planet with a big open world, and then you get on your ship and go to the next planet, big open world. You know, kind of Mass
It'd
Effect
be really
style.
cool.
We'll
That would be
see.
really
We'll see
cool.
what we get. Hopefully
Yeah.
later on in the year, before fall, we'll be getting some answers. But next, Tooth, I know you had dropped some links in the doc here regarding
Yeah.
Avatar: The Last Airbender. Do you want to take over this topic?
Absolutely. So I'm gonna just jump to the web and I'm gonna play through this video while we're chatting here. And so this was something that Titan had sent me. This game in this trailer that I'm showing here is specifically a fan game. Like it's a
I,
fan made game for Avatar: The Last Airbender.
and I haven't
It's
seen any of this, by the way. I didn't click any of these links, so this is new to me, and I'm actually
and
really interested.
so you should go check them out. It's Elca gaming.com. They are a game developer, and this is like a really nice
Wow.
looking game. It looks incredible. Like it's not something fake. Like it's a real thing that they've been working on for a long time. And I don't know how close it is. This video was March 15th. It's
And
day
I mean, I think it's only a
189.
single developer, right?
It's a single dev, yeah. As
Yeah.
far as I know, and he's running a
Wow.
Patreon and stuff like that to try to hire more parts of it. but he streams him building this game.
That's right, and it's all in dreams.
Yeah,
He's
it's
making the
all
whole thing in dreams.
yeah,
Wow.
it's really crazy. And
Okay,
so
now that
this
I'm
guy's
seeing this, I remember this guy posting on Reddit. I saw a few of his Reddit posts,
yeah,
and I saw the early stages, and it's just it's beautiful. It's coming along so well.
it's amazing, and it's like it's crazy. It's gonna be for PS4, PS5. It's it's an amazing looking fan game, and you don't always get games like this when people are making them based on fan stuff. It's sort of like
Yeah.
fan art, you know what I mean? But this is really cool. Elka Gaming, it's gonna be amazing. If something
Can
like
you
this comes out,
can you scrub through and try to find some combat gameplay? I'm just
yeah,
curious if that's evolved since last time I saw it, and also I want to kind of show the people. Because the from what I remember of seeing like a couple clips on Reddit back in the day, uh, it was pretty well thought out. You know, uh,
gotta add.
different.
Hold on.
That's okay. Different elements: water, fire, earth, air, for each D-pad button, which is the way it was before. I don't know how it is now, but I thought that was like I don't know.
Oh,
It's just
what the
perfectly
heck, bro?
made for another ad.
Another ad? What in the world is happening, ads?
I've
All
always
right.
thought Avatar: The Last Airbender should be a video game. It's like
Yeah, I think so too.
set up that way, I think. Ooh, here he goes.
Here it is. So I don't know if there's any fighting or anything necessarily, but there is some like parkour style stuff and jumping and
It's okay. I think I actually recognize this setting. I think this is the setting where Aang, Sokka, and Katara show up at that. They're flying the bison, and they show up at this town to take a break, and they're like having an issue with a spirit, and then
yeah,
Aang ends up losing Sokka, and Aang has to like make friends with the spirit or whatever. It was a good episode. I remember that one. I don't know if this is that town, but it'd be
it
cool
looks
if one
it
day
looks similar, yeah.
came out with like he came out with like some big dreams made spirit, attacking this town. That'd be dope.
Yeah. But it looks really great. Like it looks like an amazing game.
Ooh,
I don't see
that's
any combat or anything, um but I don't know, like as a fan game it seems 10 out of 10. There are some other news out there. And
yeah.
so I'm going to put a
An emote. He just sat down cross-legged in an emote.
I'm
Photo
going to
mode. Okay.
I'm gonna put another link in the chat here. So there is talk of an Aang era console RPG actually made by somebody. So right now there's a mobile game by Square Enix, but there's also talk with an unnamed game studio to make an Aang era console RPG. So I don't know if they're taking. I mean, it's not unlikely that they would take Elka Gaming sort of thought process here and just copy his game. He's streaming
That's
the whole thing. It makes sense
the
that
thing.
it's yeah, like it's
How does
make
it work? He's put so much work and effort into this game made on Dreams, and then like, I mean, obviously it's a IP that's owned by somebody else, so it's not
yeah.
like he can sell this Dreams game. It'll be available on Dreams, but otherwise it's not really going to be accessible by people. So it's really cool to see that there's another project in the works for like the general console, or gaming audience that might not have Dreams.
Yeah, so this is kind of interesting. Like they're looking to build this game, but they're also looking to cast the original characters
Please.
for voicing in the game. So
That's that's
there's already
rough.
one a mobile game by Square Enix mobile out, or at least in development, and so they're working on the RPG, which is kind of crazy. Like I don't know what it's
Wow.
gonna be like,
I
but
don't know,
yeah,
man. Because
it's
the people that voiced Aang, Sokka, Katara were kids.
yeah,
And if they get the same cast, they're not going to be kids anymore. So you're not going to
no,
get the same tone from Aang. He's going to be a young adult now.
yeah, it's gonna
I
be
mean,
interesting. I don't
that
know if
was
I would
10,
cast the
15
same
years
people.
ago.
Yeah,
Yeah. But
but
again, just the thought of a different voice for Aang is cringe.
yeah,
Like I don't know if the people would accept that,
It'll,
but you're not going to get the same voice.
I think
That's
it
the
would be
bottom line.
better off to go like way different than it would be to
Yeah.
go similar. Like I feel like people are gonna be like, "That's not the same person," and then they're gonna look it up and they're gonna be like, "Oh, it's not the same person," and then they're gonna be like hearing
Mm,
it the whole time. I think I would go a different route of like
yeah.
not reimagining the character, but I would think about it as like a different time period. And so
Yeah,
if you,
maybe in between Avatar: The Last Airbender and
yeah,
his later life before
yeah,
Korra.
it
Hmm.
could be really cool. Like it's one like the fan game is gonna be really crazy cool if and when that ever comes out. And then of course like if Square Enix or anybody comes out with a game, a Last Airbender game, it's gonna be crazy.
Imagine.
It's gonna be crazy good. Like that's just hands down. It's gonna be
I
amazing.
hope so. I don't know. Square Enix has kind of pooped the bed a little bit on a couple releases. Outriders was not super impressive. It wasn't a bad game,
Yeah.
but like I don't know. They're hit or miss. That's a whole topic on itself. But Square Enix
The
is a little
games
hit or
always
miss.
look good though.
True, true.
They always look really amazing. That's not like a you have to be able to play it too, I guess.
Yeah, I don't
But
know. I don't know what studio I would want. I think Insomniac would be a really good studio for an Avatar: The Last Airbender game. The ones that made Spider-Man, the most recent Spider-Man
yeah.
Miles Morales games. I just think traversal wise, they would nail Aang's airbending, floating
Uh,
around, and
Yeah.
then maybe like with fire, rocket boosting, flying, like the different forms
That
of
would be cool.
traversal for
Yeah.
each element. Ooh, Insomniac. Ooh, that might be good.
Hey. We're not telling you to make it, but like you
Make
should.
it.
Yeah, do it
Make it.
right now.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Anyway,
it's cool. Like it's cool that
yeah.
people are doing that. Like I think either way it's going to something's going to come out of it. It's
Yeah.
going to be something.
Yeah. Tooth and I are both we're big fans of Avatar: The Last Airbender, so we're gonna be keeping our ear on the pulse. Is that ear on the pulse? We're gonna have our fingers on the pulse and our ear to the ground
Yeah.
about Avatar: The Last Airbender video games. So stay tuned to the Mustache Ride podcast. Our final topic of the night, Hogwarts Legacy just came out with a big 15-minute long reveal gameplay trailer. And I don't know about you, Tooth, but I was thoroughly impressed.
I
Um,
am really excited about.
Now let's. I wanna start off. I'll start. Um, J.K. Rowling is a huge piece of shit. Sorry, excuse my language. We don't like J.K. Rowling here. We don't share her opinions. The things that she has said are unforgivable. So we're not gonna repeat that. We're not gonna talk about it too much, but just understand that when we talk about Hogwarts Legacy, this game, we're talking about it purely as a game. We're talking about it in anything that we praise. It's to the developers. It's to the people that put the actual work into creating the game, not in any way praising J.K. Rowling or agreeing with what she thinks. I think if you guys have hung around us for a couple episodes or you've been in our streams, you know that we wouldn't ever think that way. So just full transparency, we have thought about this. We didn't know if we wanted to cover Hogwarts Legacy, but being a gaming podcast, Tooth, I just feel like we would have been doing a disservice not talking about something we're so excited about.
Yeah, I
Um,
agree. I've found myself and I pull the Harry Potter has been something that's been like influential across my entire life, and so I've found a way to pull it apart from the author or the artist. And so
yeah.
I in no way shape or form think about her on a day-to-day basis, and I listen to the Harry Potter books almost every day, like 6 times a year, like, and I never think about it, not even one little bit, like, because I've
Yeah.
just separated that she even exists. And so it's a one of those things that this game is going to be amazing, and just know that the her involvement, just like with the movies, is almost negligible,
Yeah.
and it's really just asking questions of like, hey, is this what you thought it might look like? Okay, we'll see you later.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
if you watch the Harry Potter special, you know she wasn't on scene for every movie. You know she wasn't on these things, and so this
yep,
game's going to be great. She doesn't really work with the developers, not from what I've read, and so
yeah.
it's
So here on Mustache Ride, we are separating the art from the artist. So just
yeah,
understand that moving forward. But if we want to get this trailer going, there's a
yeah.
lot to it, and there's a lot to break down. And we're not going to watch the whole thing. We're not going to go in depth, but we are going to talk about a few of the little things that we noticed that we are excited about.
And I would say one thing to remember that this is before Harry Potter.
That's
Just so
right.
you guys know, it's set in the 1800s, which is
Yeah.
much before Harry Potter.
And also before we get too far disconnected from the J.K. Rowling discussion, I do want to mention that this game, the cast in this game, like the characters that are depicted, are extremely diverse. I
Yeah,
mean, there's different types of people and all over the place in this game, just in the trailers that we're watching. And so, uh, if that's any indication to, I don't know, maybe what the control that the devs had putting into this game. I feel like if J.K. Rowling had more control, she would probably maybe do something to mitigate the amount of diversity because she's such a huge piece of garbage.
and,
Ah, all
and
right.
I would and I the one thing that I was really like excited about is like the diversity of like beasts that are in here.
Yeah,
Like I don't know like if you've seen like Fantastic Beasts or anything like that, but like
saw the first
I've
one.
but like reading through the books and like and all these different things, it's just so good. And I love the fact that you can like customize your character
A
and they're
character creator. Oh my
yeah,
god.
it's good. It's good. One thing that I
Yeah.
was a little weirded out about, and I didn't really catch this from like the early things in the game, but you come in as a fifth year student.
Yeah,
And so
that's interesting. How are they
it's
going to
gonna
tackle that?
I think it's gonna be some sort of plot twist scenario, like why you're coming into it.
Yeah.
And so yeah,
So
transfer, but still it's like it's weird that like you're coming into it as a transfer. And so I wonder if
that
there's some sort of plot twist that's coming in.
I was gonna ask you actually, do you think like you're coming in as a fifth year because you did your previous 4 years at a different academy,
Yeah,
or do you think that you were a muggle and some chakra point opened, releasing your magical abilities, and you just happen to be a complete badass over everybody, and they're like, "Nah, you're going straight to fifth year, like you're a 12-year-old and you're graduating Harvard kind of
for
thing." Like prodigy.
from my understanding it's a transfer from a different school, but maybe that's not the case.
Oh my god. Just
It gets
blasted that
it
guy.
gets it gets wrecked, yeah. And so
Oh my god.
it's really interesting. I love the animosity between Gryffindor and Slytherin even in this like set in 1800s game.
Yeah, yeah. Really interesting. And I just wonder, there's got to be so many little Easter eggs, little homages to the future.
Yes.
And I mean, they talk about in this trailer, they talk about showing the player places around Hogwarts and around the outskirts of Hogwarts that we've never seen or explored. Like
Yeah.
the scene they're showing right now, like I don't know if we've explored in the movies or anything much of areas like this. And so I just wonder, like, just little things like this, what they're showing on the screen, or
Yeah,
all these
like
house elves down here. We've never
getting to
seen
see the
anything like
kitchens and
this.
stuff like this, like this is like a scene that's in the movie, right? Like that mermaid bath scene. But it's cool to think about exploring it in a game because this is something that you've never got to do and something that I've always
Yeah.
wanted to. And like seeing people like nearly headless Nick and like
In the 1800s,
yeah, like
yes.
it's really cool. Like I like the ability of what's going to be happening to it.
Well,
Um
that makes sense. I don't know if it, like, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if in the books they describe what time Nearly Headless Nick is in. If you want to scrub back to look at him though, he's wearing like Renaissance clothing.
yeah,
Like he's still, even in the 1800s, he's like, a couple, I don't know, hundreds of years old.
yeah.
So
So
he's
that's the
500. Okay, okay.
yeah, that's the thing with Nearly Headless Nick is he's an old ghost in the books
Yeah.
and in the movies. And it's so funny that it's like that you
Still
see that.
old.
Yeah, you see that and it's like, yes, like you know it's still like it's not it's only been 100 years since like Harry Potter or whatever.
Yeah.
So
So
this is
yeah,
in
there's a lot though.
1890. So 100 years later, 1990 era, like you get Harry Potter. Like that's cool.
And you can see from the trailer that we're watching right now, there's it's gonna be going through the what is it? The Goblin Wars or something like that? What are
Yeah.
they?
Yeah, those
Troll
these are the goblins, and so it's like
goblins.
it's partially like I'm wondering like at some point like Hermione talks about the Goblin Rebellion. And so I'm wondering
Yeah.
if like this like cuts back to that era of Hermione talking about in the books the Goblin Rebellion of so long. I can't remember the date that she said,
It must this
but I'm
there's
guessing that
so
that's what it
many
is.
elves and goblins. Yeah, like it must be that story or like filling in that gap or something, but I don't know, time will tell, but it's going to be an open world. They show clips of you riding a broomstick. So it only leads you to believe that there's going to be Quidditch. So that's pretty hype. So like again,
Yeah.
just like everything else in my life, everything comes back to Rocket League. All roads lead to the same Rocket League. And so it seems like even in Hogwarts Legacy, we'll be playing some form of Rocket League. So hey, that's pretty hype.
Yeah,
What do you think about that too?
I I like I don't know if there's not going to be any there's not going to be any Rocket League, I don't think, but I think like
Yeah.
the guy the idea that the broom like flying looks so good in this.
It looks nice,
There
yeah.
has to be like you have to be on the Quidditch team. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts. Like that's just part of it.
So my
Um,
questions, I have a question, like, do you think that the story will change much based on where you get sorted? Or do you think, like, per the story, you're gonna be sorted into a specific house? Like, do you think
I
there's gonna be a difference there?
I think that they'll sort you into a specific house just based on the story.
Yeah.
Um, I don't think there's gonna be an ability to go into a different house. That's just my hunch.
Yeah.
Um, because I imagine that there's like something to do with being in Gryffindor, just based on the gameplay, and it's all in
The
Gryffindor
lore.
robes.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
so
fair enough. Yeah.
everything that I've seen like across all of it is and all
Yeah.
the imagery, everything has all been through in Gryffindor robes. I will
Dang.
say
Well,
that
they
the violence in this game is kind of unnerving compared to like
so much harsher than you would expect.
yeah, you see like the Avada Kedavra curse like used later on like in the stuff. And
Yeah, the
so
forbidden spells or
yeah,
whatever, right?
forbidden spells, it would be crazy.
Whatever.
And I know that that IGN like talked about the Goblin Rebellion, just going back to our previous plot. So like
Yeah.
the I just looked it up, like the Goblin Rebellion that I was thinking about was like there's one in 1600, 1700. And so I'm just imagining that this is probably another Goblin Rebellion and they're just going
Okay.
into more detail and they're like but it could be really cool.
Or
Um
maybe
be,
it's like the tail end, like just after the most recent Goblin Rebellion. So it's like kind of
yeah.
the aftershock of that occurring.
Yeah.
That's interesting though.
Yeah,
I
so
wonder.
Ranrock is the goblin that you see in there, and
Mhm.
it's a potential like he is leading a rebellion of some sort. You do know that, but I don't know like how far this plays into like a story of like what who is Ranrock, like is one of his ancestors coming from like a goblin rebellion in the 16 or 1700s, and like how well it plays into the story. If this is a I think it would be really funny if you like or not funny, but it would be cool if like it was mentioned in the books like this is a goblin rebellion of blah blah blah.
Yeah. Well, I also in chat I see Shark Shampoo said he just checked and you can choose your house. So
Oh,
that's interesting.
I like that less.
It depends on how they tackle it. I mean, I
Yeah,
know you're not yeah, you don't consider yourself Gryffindor, right? You're Hufflepuff, right?
Hufflepuff, yeah.
So imagine you were forced to be Gryffindor. You'd want to be Hufflepuff, right? If you were
I
given the
will say
choice.
the Niffler is so nice. That's so cool. The beasts are cool. I yeah, I guess I would choose just because it would be like I wouldn't want to go any
And
other way, but
there's the broom riding.
it's so
So
good
hype.
looking. It's so
So,
good
and look at
looking.
that open world.
It's nice. It's
Decent.
nice. But
Yeah.
yeah, I would rather them sort me though.
You can even do Slytherin. Slytherin.
Gross.
How would that work? Huh. This is strange.
I would rather it sorted me though. Even though that I would rather like I wouldn't want to be forced
Oh.
into playing one. I would still want the sorting process.
So like maybe based on how you create your character, like different
Yeah.
I don't know, it's getting a little risky with if you pick certain traits then you have to go to a certain house. I
Angry
don't
Birds
like
crossover?
that.
Oh, did you see that?
No.
Oh my gosh. Angry Birds crossover into Harry Potter? Here it is. Angry Birds, obviously.
Look how cute they are. Wow.
Oh, whoa. Is that that's Peeves. Peeves the poltergeist.
Oh.
Oh, you don't know. Oh no. So, I don't think Sherman Cool's ever read the books.
No, I think I've read part of the first one, but no, I haven't put too much
Yeah.
time into them.
So Peeves is a poltergeist that's mainly focused in the books and isn't really covered in any of the movies. But he's a very
Okay.
important character in the
Oh,
books.
okay. Well, it's cool. I mean, obviously they're pulling lore from the movies and the books, like the whole swath of lore that they have to choose from. They're using. So that's a good
Yeah.
sign to what we'll be getting from this game, I think. Like we'll be getting maybe answering some questions that we might have had, some lingering questions from what we know, and adding even more that we don't
Well,
even know we want. At
I
least
just saw the
I
room of
hope.
requirement, so that's pretty cool.
Okay.
I'm catching new things that I didn't see like when I watched this the first couple times.
Well, yeah, and there's like a community. Yeah, look at this. It's like you're building up a town.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. We'll see. I I also wonder, I mean, sometimes there can be too much fan service, too much like giving the people what they want and they're like I don't know. I don't know. I'm
Just
trying to
give
think
it to me.
devil's
Just
advocate.
just let me do whatever I want to do.
It's going to be amazing.
I
I
want
have
it
no doubt.
I want it to be open world, and I swear if I get in this game and I go to Diagon Alley and I can't go down Nocturne Alley, I'm gonna be upset. I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna be bummed if I can't go to the places that I'm imagining
Yeah.
I can go to in this game. With it talking about open world and stuff like that, I'll can
Hogsmeade.
I'll
How
cancel
cool
this
is
game.
that? Like, I never thought they would include towns surrounding Hogwarts or whatever, or just outside Hogwarts, or like Hogsmeade or Diagon Alley, and I don't know, man. If those
I,
areas are as populated as they are in the movies, then
yeah,
that's going to be really impressive to see in a game. Um, we'll see. It's earlier in time, so maybe it's not quite as congested, but uh, it's going to be interesting. Maybe,
I wonder if you meet anybody uh I want to go to the bad areas. I just want to make sure that they're there. I wonder if you get
yeah.
to
Let
see
me.
anybody
I want to go
named.
catch and trap and kill a unicorn, harvest its blood. Yes,
I wonder if you encounter
sell it on
anybody
the black market.
named Potter in here. I'm just like thinking like Harry Potter comes from a family line, like his dad's family is pure blood, like, and so
Huh.
like I wonder if you encounter that.
That's a good question. That's interesting. I don't know. I feel like that might be a little too on the nose or a little too close to home, you know?
Yeah, I guess it could be.
Because I feel like they're writing a perfect line between being able to tell their own story and being beholden to the current lore that's in
Yeah,
place.
yeah.
And so if they were to add the Potter line, I just feel like that would pigeonhole them too much. That I would corner them too much to make
That's
sure it's all canon, you know?
that's true. That's true.
I don't know.
One
How canon is this game? Have you heard
I
if it's
haven't.
like if it's gonna be counted as canon,
I
canonical?
I haven't heard anything, but I wouldn't think so. Like it seems like just basing it in a different time period. There doesn't appear it to be any like uh teacher or anything like that that you encounter. Unless Professor Benz is like as a real human in this, instead of a
Okay.
ghost.
Young Dumbledore.
Nope. Too
No?
he couldn't be in it. He couldn't be
Ah.
here.
How old is
1890?
Dumbledore? How old is he? He
1890? He's
he's a
old.
wizard.
Yeah, yeah, but they're still the same light. Like it's still the same age. You still die.
I don't know. It'd be interesting.
They're not
I mean, maybe he's
vampires.
a baby. Maybe he's a baby.
Let's
I
see
swear
here.
he had to have lived to be like 150 at least. It's Dumbledore.
Okay, okay. It says that Dumbledore was born in 1881.
Very young, perhaps.
He was born in 1881. This game is based in 1890. He wouldn't be
It's
Hogwarts.
possible.
He wouldn't be Hogwarts age yet.
No, but maybe he's hanging around Hogsmeade or something. I don't know. Maybe
I don't know.
maybe he's eating some butterbeer, drinking some butterbeer.
His family wasn't really in like from the area.
Huh.
So maybe it could be a chance. There could be a shot.
It's a
Um,
possibility though.
it's a
So,
possibility that they could mess the age range up a little bit. Dumbledore could be in there. The one that I think for sure could be in there is Professor Benz, the history of magic teacher.
okay.
He's a professor, and you don't really hear him about him in the movies, but he's a professor that's a ghost. And the
Oh, okay.
story goes is that one day he got up to teach and he left his body in the staff room and didn't notice that he was dead. And so there is a case to be made that it could be this guy. That he could be
Okay.
in there. But
Interesting.
one part in that the game trailer though that kind of got me thinking
Mm.
is there was a part that said like choose your path carefully. Um Here, I'll put it back up.
Making you think maybe your choices might matter.
The choices might matter depending on what house you have,
Hmm.
but be careful where you choose to explore, as it may lead you down a darker path. And then it shows the
Huh.
killing curse. And so I wonder
That's
if
some
like
Slytherin behavior
I
right
wonder if
there.
there's at least 4 different endings that you can have depending on which of the houses you choose.
Oh, man. It's I hope so, but I
That would be
also like
cool.
if they do that, they better do it right because that's a tough mechanic to pull off.
Yeah. But 4 different
Having multiple
endings, I don't know. Like it depends, like the whole game changes.
I don't know, like,
It's
are you
not
able to
unique.
be in Gryffindor and also be evil? Like,
Yeah.
you should be able to, right?
Yeah,
But
like it doesn't matter. I
I
think
feel
it's
like
just
that should change the ending, right? So there
yeah,
maybe should be 8 different endings, but then, I mean, that compounds it could get more and more granular,
true.
depending on what they decide to do, so,
Well, I'm
I don't
thinking of like
know.
different things like Ginny Weasley was possessed and she was in Gryffindor. So like I feel like anything can happen.
Huh, never heard that. I
Oh,
don't remember
what?
that,
Oh,
or maybe I
spoiler.
just don't remember.
Yeah, you remember from Chamber of Secrets, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
she was possessed in that one?
Uh,
I don't remember.
uh,
Look, I like Harry Potter. I'm not some
uh,
super fan like you, okay?
uh,
And Zubat and Shark Shampoo and everybody else in our chat. I'm the only one. Okay, I get it. I get it. But
it's
I
okay.
can hang. I
It's
can
okay.
hold my own. I
You can play
remember them.
I'll let you play Hogwarts Legacy. It's okay.
Look, Harry Potter was still a big part of my childhood, okay? But I didn't worship it like you freaks.
Well, I feel like part of it is like I am like a tad bit older than you, so I actually followed the books as they came out,
Right, okay, fair enough.
and so I read them. And then when the
See, did
movies
you
came
even
out,
read the Hunger Games books?
the Hunger Games books, no,
Yeah, I didn't think so because I read them as they came out in high school for me.
yeah,
So,
when was
okay,
that?
Jennifer Lawrence, okay?
Hunger Games books?
Now, admittedly, I didn't read the Hunger Games books. No, I read the Hunger Games books like as the movies came out. That's what it was. When the first Hunger Games movie came out, I started the trilogy and read them all.
Okay. Let me see here. Hunger Games movie. Hunger Games. Oh my gosh, I couldn't type. So
Those were
it
actually
came out in 2012, and so I was actually I was like 2 years
wow.
away from graduating in college, and so I didn't even see the movie until the second one came out, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I graduated 2013. So,
Oh, dude,
but
with Lucky Live, thank you so much for hosting the stream with 5 viewers.
hey, welcome in everybody.
Hey, yeah,
We're
thanks.
we're on we're on the tail end of the show now, but
Yeah,
we were just finishing up talking about Hogwarts Legacy. There's a lot to look forward to with that game, and we'll be keeping our ears to the road on that one. I, and we'll keep you guys updated. So keep it locked here on the Mustache Ride podcast. But Tooth, any
yeah.
final words for the
I
podcast?
I think I'm just, moving towards next one. Like I'm excited to talk about some things that we haven't for a while, and just bring up some new topics like TwitchCon possibly, balancing our lives as far as like watching a lot of content, shows, movies, Twitch.
Right.
There's so many different things, and then maybe we can get back to why don't we go full time?
Oh yeah,
What are we doing? It's
I
on the list every
forgot.
single time, but we're gonna get to
Yeah.
it maybe next episode. I'm just happy to be doing this twice a month now, and I can't wait to get to the point where hey, maybe we do it 3 times a month.
Yeah, or once a week
Yeah,
would be awesome, but well, let's not get too ahead of
yeah,
ourselves.
but
I
one of
think
these
I think
days.
twice a month is really good for us right now,
Yeah,
where we're at in our lives with our full-time jobs and stuff. And so, however, this is just the live version. I'll be putting together the YouTube version of the episode tonight for a week from today. Next Saturday, you can expect that. So go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Get ready because that'll be there in a week. So, but that's it for the show. So thanks everybody for being here.
yeah. So super excited about it. It's it's good to be here with you all the time, doing this,
Likewise.
talking
Yeah,
about stuff.
cool. Well, catch us live 2 weeks from today. What did I say? It was going to be April 2nd?
April 2nd.
Same time, same place. Until then, I guess we'll see you next time. So that's it. Bye bye.
Bye.